Alright, welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to design the wireframe screen for the scheduled bookings. So quickly, we're going to duplicate this previous screen, Alt key, then you drag down to make a duplicate. And this is going to be our scheduled booking. Alright, so here we'll change the title here to My Appointment. And here is going to be an icon here. So we have maybe a plus icon here. And we select all these and delete them. Select all this and delete it. Delete this one too as well. Then we take this all and group them first. Then we select the remaining 4 and delete it. Here we delete the second text, then the first text we just rename it to upcoming. So this will show upcoming appointment and all that. So select the frame and expand it. Okay, and reduce the height to just fit in the button. Now select the text and align it properly to the center of the frame. Alright, so Alt key drag to make another copy, and this is going to be like the next event. Oh, sorry, this is going to be like the past event. See me? So here, let's see this current screen is showing upcoming events. So there should be active, and we change the fill of the text to height. Okay, so let's align them properly to the center of the frame. So here, if the user did not have any upcoming event, there should be a time of message in the center here that will show there is no upcoming event and all that, right? So here, let's just take message and text tool and right here, no, you don't have an upcoming event. Event or appointment. Okay, so now we put that into the center of the frame and align it properly. Okay, and we can include an icon also by the center of it, and be a kind of emoji to show that. Okay, now below here we should have a button. Alt key drag there, that will show book an appointment now, since there is no active appointment here. Okay, so we're done with that, and we can increase the weight of this and also increase it. Now we just align it to the center of the frame. So we're done with the first screen under this scheduled booking. Then we're going to duplicate this and have another screen that will show for past. Okay, so here we just revert this by changing this active to not active, remove the color and change the color of the text part to black. Then here we make the past active, so we're going to change that part to black and also reverse the color of the text to white. Okay, but here the past events booking should show that at least list of bookings the user have done so far, right? So let's make this as past booking or appointment. The one you choose is fine. And we should also have a search form on that so that they will be able to search for their event and all that, bookings and all that, right? So what we're going to do, let's just duplicate this Alt key, bring it down, excuse me, bring it down a bit, and we expand it. Okay, so this is going to be the search button for them to search for their, appointment and all that. Okay, so let's take it inside a bit and keep it there. So we have this for the search booking and all that. Okay, and we should also give an option to be able to filter and all that. Okay, so let's search for filter. If you don't see it, and I'll just leave it. We're going to put an icon of filter. So let's reduce the height width of this. Then we're gonna have icon here that we're naming them filter. Okay, so just name it as filter icon. So we'll have it by the right of it. All right. So the next is going to be the list of past bookings that the user had. So we're going to include that here. Let's take this up a bit and also this up a bit. Okay, so from one of our screen there, let's go back there and just copy this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can hold down your hotkey, then you drag it and come and put it here inside this screen. So this will show list of past bookings. So this will be combination of both video bookings, audio, text messages and all that, showing the list of consultants and all that. So we include that in detail when we are designing. All right, so we are done with the past booking. So the same thing in the upcoming booking, we should have another one that look like this. So we are going to design about 3. One showing no anything, the next one showing, and the other one also showing for upcoming. Okay, so let's duplicate this and also bring it here and reverse the label. So here is going to be upcoming bookings or appointments. Anyone use this one? Okay, so we change this to upcoming, and here we change this side to be dark, that is the active part, and the text to white, and we'll remove the color here and revert the text to black. Okay, so we are done with the 3 screens. So the next one, we should have another screen that will show details of the appointment and all that, right? So we're going to duplicate this and create another screen. So let me scroll to the left. So in this screen here, we'll have the doctor profile and then some other messages that come under that. So we're going to delete this, and we'll also delete this, right? So here we'll have a doctor profile here, and what appointment was made, the mode of appointment was made here, we'll have it. Then we'll also have some other key information here. So to move quickly, let's go to one of the doctor profile and just copy this Alt key, drag it and bring it to this frame. Okay, and then delete all this other one that's there before, and also delete this, delete this, delete this. Okay, so we'll have this here that will show some detail about the doctor, align into the center of the frame. Then here we can include some information that include time and all that. Okay, so we'll just use text, Alt key, drag and bring it here. Okay, then ungroup this. Then we're going to delete the icon and this other icon as well. So now we can, group them back. Control, group selection, then Alt key to make a duplicate. So this will just show some description text like the time, location, age, and all that. So we have that in this screen. So you can make like 4, it's fine. Then group them, so select them, distribute their vertical spacing, and also align them properly. So you can have it somewhere like this. Now below that, we'll have a button, right? So let's copy this button, Alt key, drag, and keep it here. Align it to the center of the frame. Excuse me. So this button will have some information. So let's say this particular screen is for message booking. So now we'll just write message now. Okay, so and in bracket we can include the time the appointment will start. Okay, so let's say start at 8 o'clock a.m. So we'll have this. That is going to be the appointment. So next is going to be the screen where this conversation has started within the patient and out of the consultant, right? So that will be the next screen after this. Okay, let me zoom in. I see clearly. So in this page here, a doctor profile will be there, and this will just show some certain conversation between the consultant and that of the patient. Okay, so what you are going to do here, we just delete only the icons that are inside. So this one will just serve as message box. Okay, so you can delete this and delete this, and also delete this, and also delete this. Okay, so we'll just have time. So this is gonna be like random messages, isn't it? Then we have our time here in the text box. So this is going to be like the chat box showing some messages and all that. Okay, so we can have this like let's say, excuse me, you need to take it up a bit. So we can have it like in 3 different chat sections. So we'll select that, Alt key to make a duplicate, and Alt key to make another duplicate, right? So we align them to the center of the frame properly. Okay, then down here we'll have another button that will enable them to maybe type and send message. Okay, so here we're going to remove the fill of it and just give it a stroke. Then this message here, we'll update it to type message, and also change the fill back to black. Okay, so there I'll take it to the left of the frame. Okay, Then we should have a symbol that will enable them to send message and all that. So let's run our plugin. By this time we can use okay, let's see here, or better still, you can use a message box to just indicate send icon there. So we should have a send icon by the right of the label. So we rename that to send. So this is going to stay by the right side of the form here, like this. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to take you to this side. So okay. Now next, let's go to the next screen. Select this Alt key, then you drag to the right to make another duplicate. Now in this screen here, we're going to add more details to make sure like where the user is typing and all that. Okay, so that is what you're going to do here. So we'll maintain this 3 chat box. Then here this time we just add like the consultant have replied, and also add another like the user is typing and all that. So all these things is very important when you are creating a detail high fidelity mockup and all that. Okay, so in this section here, let's include the keyboard where the user is typing, right? So let's head for keyboard, and we'll make use of that. And to the frame, so we include it inside the frame and align into the center of the frame. Then this one we delete it and we just bring it to the bottom and leave it like that. Okay, so this is going to be changed to, on the doctor profile we change it to message, please. It's gonna be message as well, and this is also going to be message as well. Alright, so now we'll have another screen that will show conversation between the patient and that of the consultant. So you duplicate that as well. Then here there should be a reply messages from the consultant, or the kind of messages the user has already sent. So we'd select this and not delete it. Okay, so here I'm going to reduce the height so that it will show like different length of text messages sent. So it's showing that this is bigger or this is smaller. Then similarly we'll do the same thing to this side. Take this time up and also reduce, and select the text and put it in straight in the middle of the frame. Okay, so there should be a reply here, reply messages in which that's okay. So we duplicate this and bring it down, then reduce the width to this side. Okay, so this will show reply messages, and similarly the same thing, one more copy, bring it down and reduce the height, and take the time up this one, reduce the height like this, so to just show reply messages. Okay, so we can leave it like that. Then we should also have excuse me, let me take it up a bit so that we can have the form to send message and all that. So this one go up. Then from our previous screen, let's just bring the send form inside here. So your Alt key, then you drag to make a duplicate of it and come and put it here. Just align it to the center of the frame. Okay, then this send should also be there. Okay, so you duplicate that and rename it to send. So you put it inside the form. Alright, this is detailed and we're done with that. So we go to the next screen after this one. So let me zoom to the left. Then Alt key, make another duplicate. Now in this screen here, this will show like the conversation, the appointment section has ended. So there should be kind of, ending screen that shows the number of time they spent and the doctor profile and all that. Okay, so here we're gonna have message and some certain things. Okay, so I'm gonna delete these message boxes, so take it off, and we'll have this coming down and ungroup them first. Then here we'll have the consultant profile picture. So you take your scale tool and just increase this and align it to the center of the frame. Okay, then here we also ungroup them, and we're gonna have some text above that and also another one beneath that will show maybe the duration of time and other messages. Okay, so we're going to select them all and align them to the center of the frame and also distribute their vertical spacing, then bring them somewhere around here. Then this particular one is gonna go off. Okay, so select this, bring it down to just show like the name of the doctor and all that. So keep it there. So you're gonna have a doctor name and all that there. Then finally there should be buttons here. Okay, let me put this into the center of the frame and also scale it down a bit. Okay, so this message will also go and this will also go. All right, so we're going to have another buttons here. So the button, one of them should be showing like where the user can tap to write a review. Okay, so we should have a write a review, and that should be centralized. Then we make another duplicate and have another one that will say go back to the dashboard, right? To the dashboard. Okay, so now I'll make this field. Okay, this should be filled, so we change it to white and change the button to black. Let me take this to the side. Excuse me. My button should add to left. So we'll have that and this send icon, delete it. All right, so now we're done with the processes from when the user tab, upcoming appointment, down to chat section up to the end. So if you want, you can also create more screens that will show another booking upcoming appointment for maybe video conferencing or audio call, or this is going to be for message, and that is a project I'm giving you. You do that and share it with me via the email and comment down comment section, and I'm going to trace it and score you. So that's that. Now before we complete the schedule booking screen, there are still more to do. Now what happened if user done with the last screen? The user will want to write a review, right? So this is where we're going to include review for that particular consultant. based on their experience. So when you are building a product, all these are very important to include it. Okay, so don't skip it. Now we're going to have some screen that will show where the user have written their review and all that. Okay, so quickly we are going to duplicate this last string, which is review, and bring it down a bit. Okay, so let's keep it here for user to write review, isn't it? So there's going to be a text header here that will say write a review. Okay, so I'm zooming. So in the write a review here, we only have a consultant profile and their name. So we select this and take it up a bit and keep it there. Okay, so we have their name, then we have some stars and all that. So let's come here and say star. Then you'll have list of review here based on whatever. Then we'll have text and we have button. Okay, so we can add this into the frame. Okay, so we put it inside the frame and align it to the center of the frame. So we just have list of reviews based on what the user give. Okay, then we'll have some text here that will enable them write comments, that is a form and all that. Okay, then you can also ask them few questions below the review where they can write more information they like. Okay, so here let's say there is a single form here that say write comment. Okay, so in the write comment section, it's going to be our form. So the form should be big as text area. Okay, so now we're going to remove the fill and update the color of the text to black. Okay, so we now below that, let's we're going to maintain this button. We'll make use of it. Now below that, we'll have another button that will ask them if they would like to recommend this particular service to, or this particular consultant to their friends and family. So some you can write this. I recommend Dr. XYZ to your friends and family. So it should be like reduce the fonts to, okay, so this should be like option for them to select yes or no. Okay, so we can just make a radio button for that. Please select a frame and have a frame of dimension there, 30 by 30, and then the corner radius to 15 and give it feel of that gray. All right, so this will be like a radio button where they can select yes or no. Okay, so we can still scale it down. All right, so we just have radio button of yes, another one that will say no. Okay, so that will be done. And lastly, we can have the button here that will tell them to submit review. Okay, this submit review is gonna be filled black. Okay, so we fill this to be black. Well, since they have already done their review, so they have not done any review here, maybe we should make it a bit fainted. There's gonna be around 50%, right? So take down to 50%. Okay, so now when the user now make a review, then the button should be active. Okay, so here let's duplicate this. Okay, let's duplicate this and change it here. Okay, so this is our submitted review. All right, so now it is going to be submitted review. Then on submitted, just let's delete this part and look for the one that is gray completely. For better still, let's revert it back and just change the colors. Okay, just change the color to gray. But it's fine, so we can leave this like this. Then here is gonna be text, review text. Okay, then we'll this one, let's say one is selected, so we can change the color to that. Okay, then we can now make the button to the active. Okay, then the text will change it back to white. Okay, so I'll now be able to submit Alright, welcome back. By now I'm sure you have already designed the booking pages for the video conferencing and that of the audio conferencing. And if you're unable to do that now, let's do this together. So we're going to duplicate one of the consultant profile that we designed in the previous lecture, which is going to be let's look for it. The one that have consultant profile and some messages. This. Okay, so let's just alt key, copy it and bring it down. So here we're going to change this to my appointment. Okay, so we have some messages here, doctor's profile and all that, but this time this is going to be for call. Okay, so we delete this and we'll take our text tool, then we write call here. So it's gonna be call icon. So take down to so we have our call icon somewhere around there, or somewhere around the consultant profile is. Okay, then here we'll change it to video call. Video call start now, or video call now. Then we also include the dates there and the time. So here let's duplicate this. Then here we just show the calling, that is when the phone is ringing and all that. So we're going to select this, delete it, delete this, and delete the last one too as well. Okay, so here we'll just ungroup them and bring the only the icon, that is the consultant icon. Then take your scale tool to increase the size. All right, and just align it to the center of the frame. Then we're gonna have the consultant name here and short text description that will show maybe their calling. So you select it and align them to the center of the frame like this. Okay, so select all this and delete it. So under here we'll have button that will show they are calling and the other one to cancel. Okay, so we are going to delete this button here, and we'll just search for call. Okay, and let's see the one we can use. So you can just use any one of them. So just insert the core icon into the frame. So you keep it somewhere around there. Okay. Then we can have another one beside it that will show them to cancel core. Okay. So cancel. So we have the two aligned like that. And we'll take this down a bit. Okay. Then you can also have something similar to the next screen. Say call booking. So let's have another frame. Alt key, then you drag to the right. Now in this section here, it will show that the call is already connected. Okay, so here we'll have the call, cancel, end call. And we can also include one more icon that will show maybe if the user want to record the call or expand the call, something like that. Okay, so we'll have another icon, say record and all that. So let's just make here. Then we put another icon here. Okay, so this page should be okay. So when the recording call in progress and have that. So now let's say we have another screen again where the user, maybe if the user tap record, so we can include that text here, say recording call in progress. So we'll have that in the next screen like that. Okay, then finally we'll have the last screen. Click them like this, align them properly, then we'll take them back a bit. Okay, finally we'll have another last screen that will show the review. So that means we're going to connect this screen to this other review section screen. So that's why you see I separated them to the right like this, so that you can connect them, since they are going to be the one connected to all of these screens. Okay, so we are done with that. And I think finally we can have this is about 4, right? So we can have one more that will show like review, something like this. Okay, and the total section of the meeting and all that. So let's duplicate this one and bring it to this side and keep it there. Okay, so here we're going to have the end section of the meeting. I think we have something similar like that, so let's delete it and go and bring this one instead. Now have the review, so keep it here for the call. So this is going to be for the call. Now to move faster, we are going to duplicate all the section of call, and just change it to video call. Okay, so we're going to select these 5, sorry, Alt key, then you drag them down and keep it here. So here it's still going to be the same pattern, but we just change the format of the call. So this time this is going to be video call. Okay, so let me zoom in. So my appointment, the next one that follow is going to be video, right? So we change the icon to video. So just add that to our frame and bring it here. select this and delete it. Then you bring it somewhere around here. Okay, so it will show the doctor is calling. So the same processes we follow. Then here, delete this one, take the video icon and also come and keep it there. Similarly, the next one, delete it, take the video icon and come and place it there. And that's it. Then there's also going to be a view page after the call. So when we are doing your auto flow, we'll see how we can connect them, or for you to have clear picture of how it works. All right, so this is the end of the lesson. So in the next lecture, we're going to start designing the history and saved history wireframe screens. See you in the next lecture.